All right, everybody, I'm out here in the garage this morning. Just walked out the back of the garage. Wife bought this yesterday, this little stand there. She's got her little glass house with the flowers in it. She bought that little stand. She's going to sand it down and paint it today. I went with her to the secondhand store. It's a few miles from our house. So I'll always like to go with her because they got the nice license plates up there. But just checking things out back here. So let me show you that license plate I got while I was up there. And I think I'm going to restore this one. Well, I say restore. I'm just going to clean it up and paint it. That's a Ohio 1933. I've already took my wire wheel to it. I chucked it up in my drill and cleaned off all the old paint and rust and everything. And the thing about this plate is, man, it is in really good shape. And I took my ball peen hammer and got over here on the vise, and really all I had to do was go around the perimeter. This flange that goes all around, just kind of knock it down, flatten it out, get it pretty good, and it looks real nice. There's no holes, no dings on the surface of this, so I think I'm gonna get me some. I'm gonna wash it up real good, and then get me some Rust-Oleum paint. These old plates back in '33 from Ohio were orange with black letters, so I've got some of this Revell black enamel paint, so that's what I think I'm going to paint the letters with. But that's just a really good looking plate. Y'all know I like the license plate because I got a bunch of them on the wall, so it's got a good Ford number. I call it a Ford number, a 289. So that's what I got at the secondhand store. I'm really pleased with that one. All right, guys, let's get over here to the meat and potatoes. I'm going to show you. You guys know I was painting that 57 Chevy two-door hardtop, and this was my first time trying the splash paints, and this is what I did. I cleaned the body up real good and sanded it. I think I started at 4,000, 4, 6, 8, and 12. Sanded the body down, got it real nice and slick, and then I cleaned it up and then shot it with that, to me, is white surface primer, and it seemed like it worked really well with the splash paints product, so I'm really pleased with that. So and then I shot it with the primer and let it sit for about a day, and then I got after it with the paint there. Yeah, this is the torch red that I used, and boy, that's just a beautiful looking color. And shot it straight out of the bottle because the splash paints is shake, load, and spray. And then after I let that sit for 24 hours, I believe it was, they said, I got a hold of splash paints, and they told me 1 to 2 hours was more than enough time to let that paint sit, but I let it sit for 24 hours, just be on the safe side. So then I come back and I used this is their 2K urethane gloss clear. Let me get it in my hand real focus. And you've got to mix this catalyst with it. This is their hardener, and it's a 3-to-1 mix. So this is what I did. This is a plastic cap off the top of a cough syrup bottle from the store. So I filled it up with the urethane to this bottom line, and then I came back and put in from that bottom line to that top black line. That's how much hardener I put in it. So this was from the bottom of the cup up to this first line was 3/8, and then from this first line to the second line was another 1/8 of an inch. So that's how I mixed it, and I think it's come out pretty good. This is the man, that looks good, doesn't it? It's got a nice shine. I'll tell you what. Let's do a compare. Nah, it's off from from Ruby. It's a different color red, but it looks good. Looks real good. So guys, let's take a look at the 57 now. I shot this old Tom Rambler 69. He gave me some pointers on this and said he likes to shoot this paint around 18 psi. So I kind of fooled around with some different air pressures, and I really didn't see a whole lot of difference, but I went ahead and set my air compressor at about 21 psi, and that gave it about a 17 to 18 psi working air pressure, once you pull the trigger. So that's how I shot the paint and the clear. Now the clear, well, let's start with the paint. There's three coats. They were basically a couple light coats, and then the last coat was just a little bit heavier, and it worked out really fine. Now on the clear, I gave it, per Splash Paint's website, I gave it a light tack coat, let it flash for 5 minutes, and then I gave it 2 wet coats, and I mean wet. I had to lay it on, because when you start spraying this, it has to look like water going on, or you're not going to get that shine. But I gave it 2 heavy wet coats and let it flash 5 minutes in between each coat, and it worked out pretty good. And it is set for about 24 hours, so let's take a look at it here, boys. I think it came out really nice. I tell you, this has a, you know, now I'm used to using the, to me, is acrylic paints, and this is a lacquer type paint, I'm pretty sure. It has a different look to it, and definitely a different feel. Let me show you here. Here's the deck lid. Man, it just looks good. You can see it's got a little bit of orange peel in it. Not much. It's hard to really tell, but boy, that's going to come out once I wet sand it. So I think I'm going to wet sand it like 4, 6, 8, and 12. But well, this has got a really slick, smooth feel to it, and I just really like it. Came out really nice. I'm really pleased with how it came out. Just looks really good. I think once I wet sand this and then polish it out, I think it's going to look really sharp. And especially once I start doing the bare metal foil on it. This has got a ton of bare metal foil, which I hate, but it's got to be done, guys. But boy, it just came out. I'm really pleased with how this came out. Now, on the clear, I don't know if you can see here. Where's the? I've got it right there. You can see where it is. I used about half this bottle. Let me get it up right. I used about half this bottle, because there's the line right there. So it looks like, and there's a lot of this left. I mean, this will probably last a half dozen paint jobs. But the clear, you can probably get 2 paint jobs with the clear. So 15 bucks for the clear, the urethane, and the hardener. So $7.50 per model. Excuse me. Not bad. Yeah, all the parts came out really nice. I'm just really pleased with it. Just really a nice to paint. Now I did get, let me show you here. I did get some trash in the hood. Where's it at? The hood's got a little, see it right there? The hood's got a little bit of trash in it, but hopefully that'll, when I wet sand this, that'll take that out of there. It looks like it's kind of deep, so we're gonna hope for the best on that one. But just really pleased with how this paint came out. All right, guys, I think that's about it. Just wanted to come on here and show you guys the results. Everybody was kind of anxious to see how this paint turned out, and I'm giving Splash Paints a thumb up on this one. Turned out pretty good. All right, guys, I think I'm done.